Hello, everyone. Why is everything looking all blue today? Oh, that's right. I'm Cameron, and today we're breaking down Urza on the Lab Maniacs. Urza has been in cEDH from the day he was spoiled. He's an infinite mana outlet, and turns artifacts into better artifacts. Every static artifact also turns into a Mock Sapphire when Urza's out, and when he enters play, he brings the Construct along with him. He was clearly broken from the start. Since then, we've seen two major strategies for his deck. The first major iteration of Urza was called UPS, Urza Power Artifact Scepter, with its primary plan of getting infinite mana through Power Artifact and Grim Monolith, or through the Dramatic Reversal and Isochron Scepter route, make infinite mana, win with Urza activations. Since that first major strategy was developed, another variant has come out, called PolyTyrant. We polymorph the construct into Tidespout Tyrant. With Tidespout Tyrant, a mana-positive rock, and a mana-neutral rock, we can generate infinite mana. This is made significantly easier, as Urza can turn any 1-cost artifact into a mana-neutral rock, and any 0-cost artifact into a mana-positive one. Unsurprisingly, the way to win with this iteration of the deck is to make infinite mana and win with Urza activations. Yep, that's right. Urza as a commander really is just broke. Just give him the mana and he'll blow up the board, or, as the stories say, entire continents. So we have a very commander-centric strategy. We resolve our commander, leverage him for mana advantage, then get infinite mana and win. Seems easy. We just need to make sure we can get from A to B to C, and then finally to the win at D. For resolving Urza, we really need to push for this. We mulligan for one of 3 types of opening hands: a fast Urza cast, a fast card advantage engine cast, or a fast stacks piece deployment. Aiming at a turn 1 to 3 Urza, a turn 1 Mystic Remora, a turn 1 to 2 Rhystic Study, or a turn 1 to 2 Trinisphere. This either gets us more mana, more cards, or massively slows down our opponents. All things we want in order to stay in the game. The further back in turn rotation you are, the more aggressively you mulligan for a fast start. However, if we go too aggressive and get to less than 6 cards in our opening hand, we want to transition into looking for a fast Time Twister or Windfall to refill our hand and get back into the game. Now for stacks pieces, we have some real bangers. Both being mono blue and having Urza in the command zone allow us to run pieces not seen much elsewhere. Back to Basics is one of the strongest cards against Tainted Pact mana bases, with 27 to 29 of 31 lands being non-basics. It means that we can keep people's mana tapped for the long haul. Then we run a suite of artifact stacks elements that get turned off when they are tapped: Trinisphere, Winter Orb, and Static Orb. Why worry about being locked down by a stacks beast when your commander can turn it off at will? We can put them into play and then tap them right before our turn. If Static Orb or Winter Orb are tapped when we untap, they don't affect us. All of our permanents untap as normal. Trinisphere is the one where we get to selectively turn it off. And we usually only want to turn it off when we start comboing. This keeps all of our opponent's proactive plays at least 3 mana, really slowing them down. So we have our commander in play, are leveraging him for a mana advantage, and now we get infinite mana. We work with our card draw engines, and worst case, activate Urza to dig for tutors or our combo pieces. It's pretty much a mid-range grind fest for a bit, keeping people low on resources and using ours to their fullest. Once we find the infinite mana, Tidespout Tyrant, Dramatic Reversal and Isochron Scepter, or Power Artifact and Grim Monolith, we are done with the grindfest and can quickly move into our win, activating Urza. Now, some big things to note here. PolyTyrant Urza has some significant advantages to the UPS build. Specifically, it can leverage Tidespout Tyrant as removal for most of the major hate pieces that lock out Urza, bouncing a Collector Oof, a Null Rod, Cursed Totem, Drannith Magistrate, or even rule of law can free us up for our combo win. Lastly, let's talk about our win, as Urza is what is called a win-con-less deck, meaning that it doesn't have a single card in the deck that it leverages as a winning piece. There isn't an Aetherflux Reservoir to burn down the table, or a Thassa's Oracle to win on the spot. We use our infinite mana to exile all of our cards, cast any of them, and then cast Time Twister and a Narset's Reversal on our Time Twister. This puts all the cards in our graveyard and hand, including Time Twister, back in our deck. Then we exile them to Urza again, and rinse and repeat until we've gotten to some specific board states. We can bounce everyone's permanents with Tidespout Tyrant, then cast a Narset Parter of Veils, then Windfall. Now our opponents have no boards, only a single card in their hand, and we cast Time Twister from there, and then they have no cards in hand. We cast all our stacks pieces, and over the next several turn cycles, beat everyone else down with a 20/20. If we don't have a construct to attack with, we can use Copy Artifact to make 2 Isochron Scepters, having Dramatic Reversal imprinted on one and a Swan Song on the other. We cast an instant sorcery or enchantment, and then activate the Swan Scepter to Swan Song the spell in the stack. We then activate Dramatic Reversal Scepter to untap both scepters. We now have both scepters untapped and a Swan Song added to the stack. Keep doing this, always targeting the previously cast Swan Song, until you have an unbounded number of Swan Songs on the stack. Let them all resolve out, and this gets us a 2/2 flying bird for every other Swan Song, netting us an infinitely large board that we can attack with on our next turn. Or if we don't have a Narset for some reason, cast a Tormod's Crypt and then a Windfall. Exile an opponent's graveyard with Tormod's Crypt and then go into Time Twister loops. This eats away at our opponent's libraries until we can get them down below 7 cards in their library, and they'll lose with the next Time Twister when they can't draw 7 cards. We don't really have specific cards to win because we can loop all of our cards to make almost any of them into winning cards. And that is Urza. We have an incredibly strong commander. He's a mana engine and an infinite mana outlet in the command zone, and have plenty of tools to keep us alive and in the game until we can get him online. He's a unique commander that offers a very fun and grindy deck to play, and is a solid entry point for people who have never piloted win-conless decks. I do want to say thanks to Eisenherz and the community on the Urza Discord. They have kept up the deck lists and have solid primers for both major strategies that can get anyone off the ground. I have links for the deck list, primers, and Discord in the description down below. With that, I've once again been stacked out for the day. I'm Cameron, and I'll see you next time on the Lab Maniacs.